everybody, and welcome back for more Fringe Friday. I am Carmen, and today we are delving straight in to Season 5, Episode 6 of Fringe. You know, I'm realizing now, saying this out loud, that we are rapidly approaching the end of Fringe, and, you know, I'm not going to think about it. You know how I chose denial when Etta died? Yeah. I'm just gonna choose denial with Fringe ending as well. So, you know. Moving on. In the last episode, we saw the fallout, the sort of emotional repercussions of Etta's death and how it's affecting Olivia, how it's affecting Peter, how it's affecting Walter, and just the emotional devastation left behind by the void of her. And I love these characters, and I only want happiness and joy and hopeful things for them. So of course it broke my heart. I think Olivia continues to be the best person in the world. You know, like she always chooses compassion. She always chooses kindness. And I would like to hug her. I want to hug Peter as well. He is, you know, he chose to interrogate and then take the observer tech from the observer and insert it into his own person. So I think he's choosing a bit more of a radical approach to what's happening. I worry for how it's going to affect him going forward. I assume this episode is going to start touching on it, and if it's going to change him or like the way he perceives things. I guess we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I really worry for my little family, and I love them so much, and I just want happy endings for everyone. So I don't know how that could happen. I have postulated in the past. I told you guys my theories for what I kind of want to, for the direction I would love for the season to go, because it means we get Etta back. It means we get, you know, happiness for Peter and Olivia and them actually getting to experience that happiness for a long time. But how it's actually going to go, I have no idea. I am rambling though. So you know where we left off. We got Royals back. Yeah, let's just find out what happens to Peter with this observer tech and his neck/noggin. Is he gonna tell her?
Don't you collapse the cord, one of the observers nicked me. It's okay. I'm fine.
He did not tell her. He fucking lied. Peter, can you not fucking don't? Why would you lie? I'm sorry. What the fuck? Those windows are moving. They moved. Fuck is he? Okay, he walked through a portal. Walter? He walked through a portal, huh?
Well, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, if Walter's gone to retrieve whatever it is that's in this pocket universe, then why would he go alone?
Yeah, that is weird.
It's not like him.
He did, though. Who was that? Oh, they're still there. Do we know them? Do we know him? Maybe we know him.
Are you Donald?
Is he Donald?
No, I'm Cecil.
Cecil.
How did you get here? Do you know how to get out of here?
Oh, he's stuck there.
Yes, I do. You never know if if you keep threatening me.
Cecil, okay.
I was in one of the apartments.
Okay. When the bomb hit? Maybe it blew him here.
The resistance must have been in the area because the invaders hit the whole block with light bombs, and the last thing I remember was a flash.
Okay, so yeah.
Woke up here.
You were blown into here.
Mm-hmm.
The force of the explosion of the light bombs must have blown you here.
Is there
Most likely why you're still alive.
food here?
When did this happen?
I've been here 5 days.
5 days.
20 years. He
How
doesn't.
have you survived?
Time
There's
passed
no food here, no
differently.
There's water.
water. Show me.
It's mine.
He said it'd been red tagged for 20 years, so that means
If you hope to ever get out of here,
he's actually
show me.
been there way longer than 5 days, I think. Time must pass different in the Pocket Universe.
The building was blown up 20 years ago. What year is it?
It's 2016.
No.
2036.
What are you talking about?
Yep. Time must pass differently here.
Perhaps in some way you are in purgatory. This is a pocket universe, time and space looping on themselves here.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't get out. That's why it just seems like days to you.
My wife is waiting for me.
Probably not anymore.
No more. Let's go.
She probably thinks you're dead. Oh, that's sad.
Oh, dear. Are you afraid?
They're not alone.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
He's talking to somebody else.
Someone besides Donald?
Yeah, look. His eyeline is different.
Who's he talking to? Was it Cecil? Do we not trust Cecil? Is he?
In there.
Walter!
Olivia. Peter. Wait there.
Walter? You know you're not supposed to leave the lab alone.
I'm so sorry. I don't understand. All I thought about was retrieving what was on that tape. I couldn't think about anything else. All I cared about was finding the next piece of the plan.
Is that Donald? Walter?
No.
No, that's collateral damage. That's Cecil. He is completely irrelevant to the plan.
So what's he doing here?
He ended up here through a series of unfortunate events. He was blown here by an explosion.
When?
20 years ago.
20 years ago, but for him it's only been days. Everything within this pocket wraps in on itself, including time. That's why we have to hurry and find whatever it is I hid here.
Walter!
Why is he so upset?
There's more on the tape. You can't see it until you enter the pocket.
The time anomalies wouldn't allow the camera to operate properly. Let me see.
Who is he talking to? I would like to know.
To know what you're looking for. In this case, we're looking for the apple.
The apple?
The forbidden fruit. The root of all knowledge. You'll mark the place where you'll be staying. What I promise will be a short time.
Who is it?
It will be safe and comfortable, I assure you.
Is it Etta? Is that crazy to think?
Who is that?
Is it the kid from the one episode
You honestly don't recognize him.
in like season 1 or 2?
Must
The-
have been
the-
wiped from my mind like other parts of the
He
plan.
no, he was.
Walter, it was a case that we worked.
Yeah.
The boy, he was living underground at a demolition site.
Yes.
Well, maybe Walter didn't experience the case in the same way that we did.
Is he one of them? An observer?
Well, at first we thought that he was just a boy.
We don't
Then
know.
He started to exhibit empathic abilities.
The observer watched him when he drove away to his family.
We used this place to hide him, to keep him safe until someone could return for him. Press play, Peter. Show me more.
Well, is he the weapon?
Did you see this radio anywhere in that room?
No.
No, I think whoever took the boy left this behind.
Maybe to find him. Maybe Donald.
Batteries must be dead.
Whoever
Or
he is.
it doesn't work in this pocket. Like the video camera, things work differently
Yeah.
here, so once we get it outside...
Of course. That's brilliant, Olivia. And perhaps
She's
it
smart.
will somehow help us get to Donald. Assuming he's still alive.
So,
Assuming you can avoid fucking Windmark and the other fucking observers. So even if you get out, like, how are y'all gonna avoid them? They're on all the streets and all the houses. You know, like they're actively searching. Oh, fucking bitch! Just visceral hatred for all of you. You're on my shit list too now. Oh, how can they fucking see that? Of course they can. They're stupid bitch technology. That doesn't mean they know how to find their way around in there though, right? Y'all got guns? Y'all got... Oh, no. No, no, no. Oh, my God. Poor fucking Cecil. Oh, is he dead now?
Walter, we have to move.
This man was trapped in a pocket universe for 20 years and then just immediately dies.
That's it. We found it, Peter.
How did he find it? I know. Y'all don't know. Oh, what? No, why did we leave her? Why did we leave her? Why did we fucking leave her? Oh, kill him, Olivia. Kill him. No, no, no. Fuck you, bitch.
Okay?
Okay. Thank God. Why did you leave her? We don't fucking leave Olivia. Peter. Fucking hell. Y'all need to stop fucking shooting at her. He's still learning how to use his tech. They know he shouldn't be able to do that. It's so weird to see somebody fighting with such lack of emotion. Him, not Peter.
You have made a grave mistake. You
Probably.
do not realize what is happening to you.
I agree with that. Peter, I need you to get this shit out of your neck, bud, because, like, that is not... Fuck. It's that bitch.
And I used him. Because it suited me.
I think it's okay to feel guilty about that.
Because he was nothing more
Means
than
to
an
an end.
acceptable loss. As long as I got what I needed.
I think it's good to examine the part of
Why I'm Peter.
you that felt that way.
I'm losing myself, Pete. I'm losing the man that you helped me become.
Listen to me.
Feels.
I'm not going to let that happen.
Peter, you can barely keep yourself.
We need you.
How are you gonna keep Walter?
Don't let me go.
The fact that you're...
I won't, Dad.
Oh, he's a dad.
I promise.
I can't handle it when he says dad. He never says dad. But I'm worried about who's gonna keep Peter in check. If he's gonna keep lying to Olivia. What? that how he sees everything now? Fuck, is he gonna lose himself? I knew that's where it was gonna end. To talk about like the very end for a second, Walter worrying that he's losing who he is to Peter and that he's becoming the person that he asked Belle to stop him from becoming by taking out those pieces of his brain in the first place is like, it's a good sign, I think, because if he was truly becoming that person, like if he was truly that person, he wouldn't care enough to worry about it, right? So I think that that's a good sign. It worries me that Peter is gonna be his anchor, because right now I feel like Peter isn't even his own anchor, you know, like hopefully the bond between them, because I always say, like, I think that like Peter and Walter and the bond between the two of them, right, is sort of like the heart and soul of this show. Like, there's just something about Peter, right, to sort of put it in a weird way, that I think that like Peter and Olivia and Peter and Walter are so also central, and their relationships to each other are also central. But at the very, very heart of everything is Peter and Walter, right? Walter's love for Peter literally transcends, right? Like it created, well, it didn't create, but it was strong enough to allow him to go into another universe and save another version of his son. Like, that's pretty fucking crazy, right? And Peter and Walter and Olivia's love for Peter and his love for both of them also allowed Peter to literally exist when he had been erased from existence. It allowed, like, their love for him was so strong that it kept him here, even when there was no like logical scientific reason that he should have stayed. Like, it kept him here. So I think that it's really good to see them sort of go back to basics, I guess, in this season, and really show how important that bond between Walter and Peter is. I'm hoping it will be both of their tethers, along with, you know, Olivia's bond with Peter. I'm hoping that Peter can keep Walter human, and Walter and Olivia can do the same for Peter. You know, I'm less worried that Walter will lose himself, because I think that Walter sort of has this way of underestimating himself and how strong he is and how caring he is, and he sort of doesn't realize those things about himself, like everybody, right? I think that for most of us, it's really easy to see all of the great, beautiful qualities in the people that we love, and it's a lot harder for us to see those qualities in ourselves, even when we have them, right? Because I think we're so critical of ourselves, like everybody, that it's much harder for us to allow ourselves the same grace that we allow other people, and to see ourselves the way that other people see us. So I think that Walter does not give himself enough credit for his capacity for kindness and caring and love. I think that there is definitely something to be said about being cavalier with people's lives and sort of using them as a means to an end. But I think that the fact that he's self-reflecting and realizing that and feeling guilt for the death of Cecil, even though I don't think that he should, I think says a lot about who he is as a person, right? So that's just, my 2 cents. I am very worried about Peter, though, because he doesn't understand the observer tech. Like, the observer guy told him, like, you have no idea what you've done. And I think that that's very true. I think that he did not know what he was doing. He just sort of took a calculated risk. And I think that the fact that he is not telling anybody about it, in particular Olivia, in fact, not only is he he's not just lying by omission, he's fully lying. I think shows that he knows that it was a bad fucking idea and that he shouldn't have done it, and yet he did. And I think that he is very driven by emotion a lot, right? Not in a bad way. I think Peter also has a great capacity for logic, right? But when it comes to the people that he loves, he's Walter's son, Like, the parallels this season keep on coming, and they're accurate. Like, literally in that last scene, they're showing a parallel of Walter having something in his brain that he purposely took out, and it's affecting him and changing him. Peter literally has something in his brainstem and his neck area that is changing and affecting him. That's another parallel of they're going through something and they need each other to tether each other to this world and who they are. But he is his father's son, right? When he loses someone he loves, when the people that he loves are threatened, Peter acts on emotion, right? This is my interpretation. You guys can think differently if you want, but he's just he will not let Etta die in vain. He will defeat the observers at any and all costs right now, right? That's, I think, his mentality. I don't think he would sacrifice Olivia on purpose or Walter, but he is very much on kind of a suicide mission, right? He does not care about himself or his well-being at all. He wants revenge. He wants the observers to pay for what they've done to his daughter. My interpretation. So I think that he's thinking, it doesn't matter what this observer tech does to me as long as it makes me strong enough to defeat you and make sure that Etta did not die for no reason, right? And it worries me because it is affecting him. It is changing him. He killed somebody with his bare hands just now in that episode that we just watched. And that's not like Peter. Yes, he's killed people. He's had to kill people before, but that was different. And he's also jumping through time, and he's just I don't know. I'm just worried. I'm worried. Now he's seeing the world in a different way. And it stresses me out because I don't want Peter to change, right? I don't want Peter to lose the things that make him Peter. I don't think Etta would want that either, it's just, it really worries me that he's lying to Olivia too. He's driving a wedge between them, and they should be leaning on each other, like she said, and, sharing how they're feeling to try to work through this together. And he's just he's lying, and he's keeping things, and it stresses me out. It stresses me out a little bit because I don't want Peter to change. I'm just repeating myself at this point, but I'm very worried. And it's obvious to me that Olivia definitely notices something's going on, and I hope that she finds out sooner rather than later. Yeah. Just, I'm worried about Peter TLDR, too long, didn't listen in this case. But yeah, I'm worried that the tech is changing him and how it will continue to change him and what that means for Peter going forward. And then by extension, everyone. Regarding Wenmark and his little observer buddies, fuck them. That's just the general consensus. That's just how I feel, right? Like, I hate them. They could jump off a cliff for all I care. In fact, that would be preferable to what they're doing now. Very curious about who Donald is, because they have very carefully not shown us his face, which makes me think that he's going to be somebody we recognize. But I don't remember, in particular, anybody named Donald from the previous seasons, but I could be wrong. I don't know. It's just like, it's curious they're not showing us his face, because to me that says we're going to recognize his face when they do eventually show us his face, right? So I don't really have a guess, because I don't remember anybody named Donald. I was kind of hoping that we would go to World B in this episode. Like, the portal might take us to World B. We might get to see, our people again, but, that did not happen. I still hold out, like, the tiniest sliver of hope that at some point we will see them again, but probably not. What else? Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what Walter's plan could be involving the kid, right? And he was in, like, that episode, I can't remember if it was I think it was season 1. It was the first episode. Was it the first episode with the observers? No. Yes. It's been a while, you guys, so I don't remember. But I feel like September was in that episode. I know that at the end of the episode, when the kid is in the cab and he's going to the home that he's supposed to, be raised in, because Olivia pulled the strings to get him a place to be, right? Because he had that connection with Olivia. I know that September was watching him, and he turned around and looked out the back of the car at September, and they had, like, that moment together, right? So I don't know what this plan could be involving him. If he is an observer, which we've suspected but didn't ever know for sure, my wild, crazy theory that is probably very inaccurate, because they usually are, is that maybe the kid is September. And that's why September is different than the other observers, because he had a different experience. I don't know. I'm trying to think, but what could Walter's plan be that involves a device, that involves this child observer? Maybe they need the kid observer because they need an observer to operate the device. The device is going to take them into the future so that they can stop the observers from ever coming back to the past, thus saving the world. Does it work? I don't know. Time travel is really fucking confusing. So that theory probably makes 0 sense, but that's my theory. I don't know, you guys. I don't know who has the kid. I'm assuming Donald. The only thing that I keep thinking World B is going to come into it, because they're talking about, like, the radio being set to a particular frequency. And when they're saying that, I'm like, what frequency is it? Because I know that World B operates at a different frequency than World A, because we've had this conversation multiple times. So I'm just like, does it have to do with World B? Maybe. You guys are probably going to be like, stop. Maybe. Crazy theory number 2. Maybe Donald. No, he's from 20 years ago. Never mind. Ignore that. I was going to say maybe Donald is from World B, or maybe, like, Donald is the child of, like, Folivia and Lincoln. It doesn't really make any sense though, because 20 years ago, the baby would have like been like a year old, so that doesn't make sense. But maybe Donald is from World B. Crazy theory number 3. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I'm gonna stop harassing you with theories and like bombarding you and making you listen to me just say random stuff. I don't know. We just have to watch and find out. I think that's all that I really have to say about this episode. Very worried about Peter. Very much still feel like fuck the observers. Worried about Walter as always, but I don't know. I will let you guys go. Thank you so much as always for watching. If you want, you can like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already. You can also watch the next episode right now over on Patreon if you're watching this on YouTube, as well as my entire full-length reaction to this episode and every single episode thus far of Fringe. That is over on Patreon as well. I hope to see you guys next week for episode 7. Who the heck knows what's going to happen then? Until then. Bye, guys.